dumb. I'll explain in a second. Hey everybody, welcome back. Hey everybody, welcome back to Chortle Games Live. I'm one of your hosts tonight, Jake, and I'm an idiot. I'm a really big idiot, and I'm also joined by the Stream King, the Roguelite Lad, the Double Dog Dad, and Orc Slayer, Steven. What's up, buddy?
Hey. Lover, apparently, because the joke didn't work.
The joke, I completely ruined what little joke we had in the title of this stream, which will probably not update for many people, but I'm going to go ahead and change it anyway. I meant to name the stream Orcs Must Live. But instead I had to rename it twice, and so therefore I messed up, and it got named Orcs Must Die? So anyway, we're playing Orcs Must Die 3. Orcs in fact must die, will die, and
there's no pacifist run option for Orcs Must Die.
No pacifist runs, only aphist runs.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Antagonist runs.
Masochist runs?
Masochist runs, thank you. Excellent. That's what I said from the beginning. You just heard me wrong. But ladies and gentlemen, we're playing Orcs Must Die 3. We're playing a mode called Scramble. Steven, what's kind of the difference between Scramble versus some of the other modes?
Scramble's kind of like a light campaign mode. To where you have 5 round matches that are shorter in length.
Okay.
And each time you do a round, you get a buff and a debuff. Like right now, we're starting with Great Room, and the debuff is that enemies have more health.
Great.
Both the buffs and the debuffs last the entire scramble.
Terrifying.
So for this entire scramble, enemies will have increased health. Also, our rift points, so the health of the thing we're defending, carries over from beginning to end.
Well, shit. So we can't really let anything pass.
Nope. That's why I was asking if you had the Ring of Storms, which I went ahead and bought it, so you don't have to worry about it.
So let me look. Ring of Storms.
Also, you should ready up.
Ring of Storms. I don't think I do, Steve. Oh, yes. Well, I don't have it, but I could easily get it right now.
I bought it. Don't worry about it. Focus on stuff that you want.
Okay. That's very kind of you. I don't know what I want yet, so I'll play a little bit, get back into the groove, and then I'll see where I'm at. So,
okay.
It has been a hot minute since we played this game, so I'm very excited.
I'm pretty sure the last time I played this game was the last time we played this game. So,
well, there you go. That is how it happens sometimes.
All right. So remember, B is how you choose your defenses, so you can swap out stuff with that. So I'm gonna, instead of my frost spell. Actually, you're bringing spike traps, right?
I have spike traps, and then I have archers, and I have some wall door thing. So, and then I have a bunch of staffs.
Okay. So I'm gonna bring frost spell, and basically I'm not gonna bring any floor traps. You are in charge of floor traps.
Okay, great.
I'm bringing the ceiling traps though, and the wall. I'm bringing dart walls, but mostly I'm going to be making a bunch of archers and barricades and stuff.
All right.
And then there's storms there. Actually, I'm gonna see if the laser grid will be useful here at all, because I love my laser grid.
Yeah, I like this staff.
Oh yeah, laser grid's gonna be useful.
Yeah, this is where we'll probably hold first, and if we have some extras, we can.
Let me make this easier on you.
Please
sell these outer ones, these outer traps.
Okay.
and we're going to okay. We'll do this. That way we can funnel them tighter.
So what did you press to sell that trap?
You look at the trap and you press E.
Let's see, I don't have an E on my controller. Okay, I guess that was B. So it did that.
I do not have enough money to place another one, but that's okay.
That's all right. We've got the form factor down, so we'll be all right.
Yeah.
We'll manage.
Trying to remember what all this thing does.
Oh, I like this sword. I forgot about this sword. So, all right.
Oh, that's cool.
What's cool?
The Ring of Storms allows me to make a lightning cloud. Basically, the Ring of Storms makes it to where the rift can defend itself, if I'm understanding it correctly.
How long does that last?
The lightning storm does not last long, but the Ring of Storms passively allows the rift to shoot lightning. So I think the lightning storm that I can drop is just me being able to bring the storm anywhere, whereas it passively will allow the rift to shoot things.
Interesting.
I've never tried it before, so this is the beta test. All right, ready?
The beta test, indeed. I'm ready, Steven.
G when ready. This would be a great map for the chick that can literally stand on air.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Geez, Steven,
You have a keyboard in front of you, yes?
I do. Yeah. You know what? That's probably what I should do. Is just use the keyboard.
You should be able to mix and match, and Steam should be able to recall what the most recent input that you selected is.
It did. It handled it like a champ. I'm very proud of. Very proud. Are they coming from both ways?
Just this one. Remember, you can see on the map where they're coming.
Yeah, that's what I didn't notice.
Oh, I love this scepter. I forgot all about it.
It's a great scepter.
Remember, if you see anybody who is purple, prioritize them, because if they die, they explode.
Great. I love prioritizing people who are going to explode. Nice. What up, Vortex? He said R.I.P. Xbox, by the way. Are you...
No freaking kidding.
Are you talking about last night or the Sony thing?
Honestly, I don't think that it's an RIP Xbox, obviously, but I do think that Xbox has been getting a free ride for a little while now because Games Pass is so nice.
Right.
And people have been like, okay, Sony, when are you going to do something? And Sony brought it. They really, really brought it.
You know, we haven't really...
Xbox does have reason to be concerned.
We haven't really talked about how awesome the Forsaken trailer was. Forspoken, thank you.
That game looks cool, but I hate every single character already.
It looks like Magic Spider-Man. You know what I mean?
It looks like a game that I would have a blast to play a demo for.
Right.
And just be like, wow, the movement's really great, the combat's really cool, but my God, the dialogue is bad.
Yeah, I didn't get to pay too much attention to what was really being said. I was kind of having to watch and work and do stuff, but
yeah, it does look good. And it is a shame that people aren't really talking about it just because there was so much else to talk about.
Yeah.
But it'll have its day.
See, and I feel like I don't really remember a lot of the other little stuff that was talked about. Like, I know they showed more Deathloop. I actually skipped through that because I'm very excited about that game and I'm ready to play it. And we'll be playing it next week. So it's like I'm good.
To me, the trailers are totally worth it in themselves because they really feel like with every Deathloop trailer, they make it a presentation because they try to make it so Bond that to me it's like it's like watching a story cinematic trailer for a game. It's almost a thing in itself. That's how I feel about the Deathloop trailers.
Right.
But I'm in the same boat to where like I'm beyond stoked for Deathloop. I'm so excited to play that.
I'm really way more excited than I thought I would be about it.
Other side. Yeah. I loved the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer. It was, again, more of like stuff we've already seen. I love that they are unapologetically comic book oriented, because the Guardians have such a great comic book history in terms of like villains and other characters and everything. Like freaking Cosmo, the Golden Retriever, space dog from Russia. He's literally, Russia sent a dog in space, and Cosmo got stuck up there and had his own space adventures, somehow got telekinesis and telepathy, and now he's the security guard for Nowhere, the Celestial Head.
Right.
He is the best boy. I love Cosmo. And they really did nail his dialogue, because he talks telepathically with a Russian accent, and so where he was like, "There's always catch, Peter Quill. Except not fun catch with ball." That's totally something Cosmo would say.
That was a great line. Wolverine, though, Vortex said, there's one thing nobody's wondering about. Is Steve going to voice him?
If Steve doesn't voice him, that's big shoes to fill. Steve Bloom is the voice of Wolverine in animation, in video games, just all of it. Mm-hmm. He was the voice of Wolverine in Marvel Ultimate Alliance, I think maybe even all of them. He was the voice of Wolverine in that short-lived Wolverine anime that they did.
Right.
Like, he's the guy. He is fantastic in the role.
He is the Kevin Conroy.
Pretty
Wolverine.
Much. Honestly, it's obviously Kevin Conroy literally defined modern Batman.
Right.
So it's not quite that level, but like it's as close as you're gonna get.
it's close. So here's my real question. And don't get me wrong, I'm like pumped. That was a great reveal. I'm so excited. Wolverine. I can't imagine what Insomniac is gonna do with Wolverine. But does Wolverine strike you as a weird choice for that game? Like, of all the Marvel heroes they could do next, after having amazing Spider-Man games,
I think that it was probably a bit of Marvel contacting Insomniac and being like, "We love what you did with Spider-Man. We want something done with Wolverine."
Yeah.
Because I think that where we're headed, where X-Men are probably going to end up being a thing,
mm-hmm.
and well, X-Men for the longest time when the MCU was big,
mm-hmm.
X-Men were basically written out of history.
Oh, really?
Kind of like the Inhumans are being done right now.
Right.
Because if they can't make money in television or film,
right,
then Marvel basically
erases it. Yeah.
But that's just what they do.
Yeah.
And so X-Men for a while, that's kind of how it was. Wolverine was the exception, because Wolverine always is the asterisk character when it comes to the X-Men. Like, oh no, the mutants have lost their powers, but oh wait, Wolverine didn't, because he's Wolverine. Like, that's just, and that was like, that there were several exceptions in that realm, because it wasn't 100% of mutants. It was like 98% of mutants or something like that. But with X-Men probably becoming a big thing again, I think they're ramping up to where they want to start introducing X-Men stuff, and they know Wolverine is that kind of.
He is the X-Men.
Well, if you were to take a Venn diagram of Marvel characters, Wolverine would be one of those characters that's connected to all of the circles. He's a very good connecting character to where people who don't know the X-Men very well still know Wolverine, because he's done it all. Okay, we get to pick our buff here. Player has constant AoE physical damage, or increase all ranged weapon damage.
What was the first one?
Player has constant AoE physical damage. I think the ranged weapon damage, because I don't think we're going to want to be close enough to deal AoE damage. Because we're both using ranged weapons, right?
I mean, I'm switching between staffs and swords, so it's whatever for me. Both of those would be decent.
How often are you getting headshot kills?
Not.
Okay.
I'm throwing a bunch of.
I'm gonna say ranged weapon damage
ranged
just because
AOE stuff out there.
Maybe his claws will have jetpacks now.
Yeah, Kaylin asked what will replace web swinging, and see, like, I don't even think they're gonna go that far of like, oh, we got to do, what's gonna be web swinging. I think it's just gonna. I think it's gonna be a different brand of type of game.
We're gonna get something in the vein of what would make the most sense to me is I think we're gonna get something in the vein of Metal Gear Solid, like Snake Eater, but with Wolverine. To where it's like kind of a survivalist game where you might be kind of out on missions in the middle of nowhere doing stealth takedowns and stuff like that, to where it's grittier and you don't have that kind of traversal stuff that you do in Spider-Man, because they're two different beasts. You can't say that Insomniac's like definitive thing for Marvel games is the movement, because that's like you can't say how are they gonna do Spider-Man with Wolverine. You just can't, because Spider-Man is Spider-Man. You can't replicate that with another character. So I think they're going to try something different that more fits Wolverine, because Insomniac showed that when it comes to understanding Spider-Man, at least, they are second to none. They have that character on lock so much where they've basically created the greatest Spider-Man adaptation that exists.
Right.
I will die on that hill.
Yeah.
So if they bring that energy and authenticity to Wolverine, then it's not going to look anything like Spider-Man. And that's a good thing.
Yeah, they're different. They're completely different.
Oh God, Kaylee, of course I remember that quote. That movie was just awful. Lose 10 rift points on death, significantly reduce barricade health. Which one of those sounds worse?
Say it one more time.
Lose 10 rift points on death or significantly reduce barricade health?
I think lose rift damage on health, on death.
Okay, so that means don't die.
Yeah.
We only have 100 rift health.
Roger that. Okay. Kaylin says Spider-Man 2 co-op. I was wondering the same thing today. I was rewatching that, and there's that move where they kind of team up on that one dude and just slam, like, completely. I mean, every bone in that man's body has to be broken when they slam him into the ground. That is a great question.
I personally doubt it.
I kind of do as well.
Because that was the question with like Arkham City when they saw like Nightwing and Batman did a takedown together. People were like, "Oh my God, we're gonna play Nightwing and Batman at the same time." But no, it ended up being more of like a party-based takedown system, wasn't it? Something like that, to where if you were nearby a teammate and you did a takedown, then they would help you or something.
Yeah, and like I'm sure we're gonna play as both. I'm sure.
Yeah. Ready up.
I'm curious what you would think, Steven. Do you think it's going to be any time? No, it's probably going to be, there will be some missions we play specifically as Miles, some we play specifically as Peter, and then maybe the occasional one or two where they're both present and you can pick.
I think it'd be cool if they did something along the lines of, this is going to be a weird comparison, Grand Theft Auto 5, where, and I haven't played much at all of GTA 5's actual story, but if I'm understanding correctly, there were 3 characters, all of which had a part in the story, but you tackled certain things with certain characters and they were all kind of doing their own thing in the world. So I think it'd be cool if it was something similar to where while you're playing Peter, Miles is out there in New York doing something, and you can kind of hot swap between them, unless if you're on a mission that is for the specific character. I can see it now, like doing a hot swap from Peter, just kind of like on top of a building. When you're looking for a mission, you swap to Miles and he's in the middle of a fight, and it does like a little cinematic of you being thrown into the fight, something like that. I could see that.
I love it. So this place
Vortex,
sucks.
Stop comparing Lego games. Okay, so this actually isn't as bad as it seems, because remember, we can divert where they go by placing a barricade.
All right.
So what we're going to do is we're going to...
I love this little tunnel right here.
Did you bring barricades at all?
No, unfortunately. I can switch. Have not seen Shang-Chi yet, Kaylin. Steven, have you seen it?
I haven't either. No. I honestly don't really even want to see it anymore. I'm sure it's a fun film, but the actor is a gigantic prick. And I just don't want to see his face.
I don't want to see his face.
Oh, did you switch to Floaty Girl?
I did. I wanted to just see kind of what she was about with the floating.
So basically, come over here and I'll show you. Where are you?
Yeah, you're really good, Steven, at running away from me and saying, "Hey, follow me. Come over here."
I didn't really move. Okay, there you are. So if you jump up here, and if you jump and then hit jump again midair, yeah, see. So you're draining mana. Careful. So when you stand still, you don't drain mana.
Right.
But to move, you do. So if you need to get advantage.
Fun enough, if I run out of mana, I just stop moving, but I don't fall. So that's nice.
Yes. So basically what happened, Vortex, go ahead and start placing stuff down, by the way. So what happened
What are we, where are you blocking off?
This is the choke, or this area over here. We're blocking off this hallway so that they hopefully won't pursue, and we're making it to where the wall's blocked off over here so they don't see anything that
I see now that you've done that. So
yeah. And then oh shoot, we also need to block off this, but we'll block that off later. Yeah, don't worry about it right now. Just start building stuff up in this area. So just start spike trapping this whole section. So a fan came to a press event promoting Shang-Chi dressed as Iron Fist. And the way the interview goes, Sima Liu, or however you pronounce his name, the way the interview goes, the only thing this guy did wrong was dress up as Iron Fist. To give context, Iron Fist is a white character. He is a Caucasian male who has a origin similar to a combination of like Bruce Wayne and Stephen Strange. He actually has a fantastic origin story. Wonderful character, one of my favorites. But it's important to his character that he is white, because not only is he kind of a fish out of water, but also allies that he had in the past, like Davos, the Iron Serpent, felt like their birthright was taken by him, an outsider. So his villains are made such because they feel like he took something from them. So it's very interesting, kind of compelling perspective for the villains to be like, this was like, I was owed this, and you just came along and you became the Iron Fist.
Funnily enough, so the villains have a lot of the same opinions that a lot of people watching the show had, which was, why is this guy not an Asian character?
Right. But so that was a whole Fallout thing when the Iron Fist show, it was terrible, but it was terrible because it was set up to fail, because they gave it to the showrunner who made Inhumans. You remember that? Same guy did Iron Fist, so it didn't stand a chance. So people were like pissed because they were like, gosh, you have this character that does kung fu and he's not Asian? That's so racist. This was your perfect opportunity to make an Asian character in the Marvel Universe. To which my opinion being, hey, isn't it way more racist to assume that the only opportunity to introduce an Asian character is if they have someone that does kung fu? You know, just a thought. So Iron Fist, his legacy now, because of the show and because of stupid morons, the sex scene was very icky in that show.
There was a sex scene in that show?
Between Ward and his pregnant AA sponsor, yeah. Also, Danny and Colleen totally did it at one point.
Wait,
but, you know,
who is this AA person? I forget. Oh.
Ward Meacham, the brother.
Yeah. The brother had all kind of problems.
Who was one of the greatest actors in all of Marvel television. He actually was like a really good performance, and neither here or there. He's one of the reasons to actually watch the show. It was a great character arc. So fast forward to this fan being dressed as Iron Fist, who is a character that is connected to Shang-Chi. If this guy had done anything that was like, leave the Asian people out of my kung fu or anything like that, if he was one of those people that was like, let's whitewash the kung fu character, the guy who plays Shang-Chi would have commented on that. But he didn't. He commented on this guy's big sin was that he came dressed as the white character. So he actually harassed this fan for dressing up, for being in cosplay as a character that he probably cosplays a lot of places, because guess what? He likes Iron Fist, who was legitimately a great character. So this guy gives him crap, and he's like, understand the assignment. Like, what are you doing? Read the room. So he got picked on and shamed by this guy just because he came dressed as a white character, and he probably was a white guy. So he's giving the actor who plays Shang-Chi gives me huge Brie Larson promoting Captain Marvel vibes, which is my movie is more important than you. Like, all white males, you aren't allowed to dislike my movie because it's not made for you. That whole thing, you know? That's the vibe that I'm getting from him, and that really bothers me.
Well, what I was going to say is he has been very good about, like, getting onto Marvel about, you know, like, hey, you need this representation. You need to do this representation better. And it's great that we are getting Shang-Chi and that we do have an Asian hero, and that you know, side of the Marvel universe is getting represented, and that people and that culture is getting represented. But yeah, it's just It's a little distasteful the way that he's handled that, especially with a fan who is probably very excited to see Shang-Chi.
Yeah, and he wouldn't have been there if he wasn't excited for Shang-Chi.
Right.
And so that's the thing. Like, representation is good. It's great that we have that character, but when your hero played that role,
it would have been more disrespectful, honestly. For, well, I mean, you never know, right? You're always it's one of those things. You're wrong if you do. You're wrong if you don't. I feel like he would have gotten the same reaction had he been dressed as Shang-Chi, but been a white guy.
Probably.
It's like, you know, it could have gone either way very easily.
And my whole thing is like, yes, the representation is good. It's great that we have that character. But when your guy who is portraying this hero is who is being shown as being hateful, you're kind of, as he said, you know the assignment. He needs to know the assignment.
Right.
Like, the assignment is a hero for everyone, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. Not, hey, you're not allowed to be a kung fu guy because you're not Asian.
Right.
It racism is so backwards, like, in so many ways. Because obviously, the idea of racism where any person is better than anyone else because of the color of their skin, that's absurd.
Or better at one thing because of their, you know, color of their skin or whatever, what have you.
It's absurd.
Yeah.
But that being said, what we have now, because of woke culture, is just racism 2.0, to where it's like, okay, we need an Asian character to represent the Asian kids that want a superhero. Better throw in the kung fu guy so that Asians know that that's their character. Like, that's backwards to me. Because, you know, I'm sure there are white kids out there who, oh shoot, they totally broke through one of our barricades. But I'm sure there are white kids out there who feel like T'Challa's story resonates with them in some way. And that's okay.
I love Black Panther. I've always been a huge Black Panther fan.
Right. That needs to be okay, because otherwise you're just saying that basically, and this is probably, I could probably word this better, but it's basically new segregation.
Yeah.
To where you're telling
that better, but
I mean,
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, but yeah.
Because you're basically saying, like, hold on now, Timmy, you're not allowed to like this character because they're Asian and you're white. Captain America's for you. It's wrong.
And I don't think too many people are like that, but yes, you're right. That we've reached a point that it's dangerously close to
we're headed there.
Yeah.
My whole the way I was raised to think was, we're all human, and that's what, you know, connects us. Like, there is the human story, and characters from all different walks of different paths can resonate differently with everyone. Like, our race does not define us. Everyone in my head has equal opportunity to make me hate them. You know? Like, I don't care what the color of your skin is.
I have every
You
right
can
to
make or break. I hate most people. You can make or break a first impression with me, no matter what you look like.
Right.
You all have that equal right. But I just feel like we're headed away from that sentiment to where we're trying to make everyone different.
Yeah.
When we should be focusing on what connects us rather than what separates us.
And I'd like to think that most of the time Marvel is a great representation of that. But yeah, Marvel just has seemed weird lately, you know. And I know you talked a lot about that, Steven, of just kind of they don't have a plan, and it seems like whatever's happening. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, it's because they're in a panic state after Endgame, because Endgame was like the peak of Marvel popularity, and so they're at the point to where they're not bogged down by what story do we need to get to, and it's now like, okay, how do we milk this?
Right.
And that's not just say how we milk this for money, but it's how do we milk this to retain popularity when we don't have the overarching narrative driving us? Like, we have an opportunity where we're not bogged down, so what woke things can we do before that happens? And I feel like that's where we are, to where we're more worried about saying something rather than telling a story with Marvel. And that bothers me, because you can do both.
Right.
It doesn't have to be either or. And if you ever focus more on saying something, rather like to where you don't care what the story you're telling is, the thing that you're trying to say is immediately null and void, because people don't like being talked at.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what happens when you preach without a story to tell.
Yeah. Well,
that was the problem with Falcon and Winter Soldier. One of the big problems. I was being talked at the whole time.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like they've just had a rough time getting to build back up to where they are, where they want to be, and where they were with all the other stuff.
Yeah, it makes sense that they need that time, but the worry that I have is that they're not properly utilizing that time, because right now we were in the stage of, like, you know, Iron Man, Hulk, Captain America, all that stuff, to where we were headed somewhere. So they utilized that time to say we're headed towards the Avengers and all that stuff. Where are we headed right now? We don't really know, because they're more focused on being in this moment of, let's make sure everyone is represented in the room, rather than where are we going with this story.
Well, and I mean, that's an important thing too, that everyone's represented. Again,
but you can do both.
Well, yeah, you can. That's true.
And that's the part that bothers me, is that they're not realizing that it's not an either or. It's really not. And I'm probably speaking too soon, because I haven't seen the one Marvel movie that's come out. So maybe they are headed somewhere. I don't know. But
and you're not watching a lot of the What If episodes.
The What If episodes mean nothing.
It depends on where TV actually lands, but I wouldn't say they mean nothing.
I'm still in the camp of thinking that the TV stuff means basically nothing, and that bums me out. I'm excited for Eternals, honestly.
Eternals is good.
It's the movie.
I hate that the What If zombie episode it didn't turn out good. I haven't seen it yet, so don't spoil anything, Vortex. But
I was going to watch it today.
Lots of people talk poorly of it, so
I was going to watch it today, and then the Disney Plus app immediately crashed, like it does almost every time. And I was just like, all right, that was a good episode. Moving on. Let's go do something else. Yeah, the Disney Plus app is terrible.
Really? I haven't had any issues with it.
It crashes all the time on my TV.
So why do we think they're going through these barriers over here?
They might be going towards them, but what they usually do is they go towards them and they leave. If you see anything that's yellow on the map, like right now, that is an enemy type that literally goes to barriers to destroy them. So we need to stop them. And I died again.
Yeah, you died?
Yeah, because a dude exploded in my face, even though that really shouldn't have killed me instantly. I've died like twice.
I was wondering how we've lost health.
They've been hitting the sides really hard, and this freaking suicide bombers are not making it easy. But yeah, Eternals. I'm excited for that one because it seems like the movie that could do big things, but at the same time, I'm wondering whether it's going to be that to where it's the movie that looks forward or the movie that tries to look back too much, to where it's like adding context to things that we already did.
Jake, what'd you think of Ragnarok? And Boo? Oh, and the boy. Sorry, Stephen, finish your thought. I was reading out loud.
I don't even remember what my thought was. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Ragnarok looked awesome. I was telling Stephen and Brody beforehand. I was like, look, I was like, I'm just going to be real with you guys. We're not going to get any. Oh, okay. I just got knocked out.
Bombers.
I was like, look, we're not getting any God of War gameplay today, or any. I was convinced there was going to be no God of War content. Period. But obviously I was horribly wrong, and I never in a million years thought we would. I thought the scene that we got where Atreus like walks up with the deer, like I thought that would be at most Atreus. I thought at most that's all we're gonna get. We're not gonna see more than that. But then sure as shit, we saw a ton of stuff. So that was crazy. It looks like, what's up, Austin? Honestly, it looks like more of the same, which is great. And hopefully it looks like Atreus. How did you say it, Stephen? Did I just say it right?
Atreus.
It looked like he had some new moves. Didn't look like you play as Atreus, which is interesting.
I honestly think that, and this is just my whack job theory with basically nothing to base it off of, but I think Atreus is going to end up killing Kratos, and then he's going to be the new God of War.
Interesting.
I think there's going to be a plot point to where he has to do it. Not that he like betrays him, but he has to do it.
Interesting.
Because I mean, what more of a like gut wrenching moment, you know?
Yeah.
To literally have to like play as Atreus and then kill your father, the guy who has been carrying you along the way, and you've been seeing their father-son relationship. Mm-hmm. I just don't see them taking that arc anywhere else.
Yeah, well, and I was surprised to hear in some interviews that this is the end of the Norse stuff, which like, if you're doing Ragnarok, I mean, obviously that's going to be the end of the Norse stuff, but like, where do we
expected a trilogy, right?
I like, sort of did, yeah. I mean, that's kind of the formula. So now what I'm wondering is, are we going to have, maybe I'm just throwing ideas out here, are we going to have, because they've hinted a lot at this, but are we going to have Egyptian mythology for the next one? And is that going to be the conclusion?
To Watson actually about that. It's Gulag. And he was mentioning Celtic mythology. That's what he was saying would be really cool.
Yeah, but that's so close to Norse that I don't know.
It is. But I would love Egyptian mythology because I feel like it's something I talk about a lot with Egyptian mythology is like Sentinels of the Multiverse,
right?
Where Marvel has like the like Thor and Loki and like the Norse pantheon and all that stuff,
right?
Sentinels of the Multiverse has the Egyptian pantheon, and it's really cool to like see those characters and those stories told. So there's a lot of rich stuff there that I think you could do some cool stuff with.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I don't know. I do think, though, that it's setting us up for Kratos to have a send-off of some kind, and then Atreus being the character we play as moving forward.
That would be interesting.
I just don't see how they do it any other way, because it seems like people have endeared to Atreus a lot, and understandably so, because you spend a lot of time with him, you see him grow.
You raise him. He's your child.
You raise him, and we can't be Kratos forever. And Kratos is one of those characters where he's either been just bloodthirsty killing machine or old man who's too tired or too old for all this stuff.
Right.
You know, you can't drive a franchise much longer off of that.
Off the old man
it's great while it lasts.
Too much, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not permanent. And so to have a character who we've gotten to know him over the course of 2 games, and we've seen like his motivations, his personality, it just makes sense.
Yeah,
because God of War is a staple at this point, and they need to find a way to keep it that way. and rock the boat without rocking it too much.
Yeah. Well, that would be a twist for sure. That would be crazy. Let's see. Someone was asking. Kaylin was saying, "What if we went to space? What if there were space gods?" I'm all for that. I'm really curious how the Freya Kratos situation is going to go. Yeah, she looked like she was ready to kill everybody. So that would be interesting.
I would suggest getting rid of that archer line that you have, if you can sell them. Well, just keep them.
My thought was they're serving as like a barricade that also can shoot. And sure, they're not going to hold long, but maybe they'll...
Oh my god, it's all explosives. You hold there, I'll hold the other one. Push him out as you can.
I'm down.
Push forward. That was not fair.
That was not a good round.
We're still going.
How does do your archers heal, or is that just they're down for the count once they're down?
They heal when traps reset. So whenever it says press G to unleash the horde, that's when you have kind of a break and all of your summons respawn.
Gotcha.
Go to the other side, make sure the barricades aren't broken. I'll hold this.
Yeah, our traps are doing good work over here. Oh shoot.
As soon as you deem that we are good, come help me.
Nah, they're broken through these other barriers now. They're coming through on this side.
Yeah, this is where we lose. Well,
Did you ever use your storm ring?
yeah. It was fighting them, but it can only do so much.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see it now. It's definitely doing stuff.
The rift has been compromised.
This is ridiculous. This is the second level.
Well, this honestly, it's this map. This map just did not give us a good, clean path. And honestly, I'm surprised they destroyed the barriers as much as they did. They usually
It's because they had so many freaking exploders. Yep, that's it.
Yeesh.
Well, to be fair, Vortex, this game, as in Orcs Must Die 1, came out long before Fortnite did. Okay. Do you want to try again?
Play again. Yeah, I want to look at some. I want to look at some other gear. See what. Oh, I don't have any points, so never mind. I'm ready. Oh,
so we're not gonna do adds mountain trolls to every wave. We're gonna do increase enemy health again.
Yeah. So Orcs Must Die 3. Vortex is obviously a newer game, but Orcs Must Die as a franchise has been around longer than Fortnite. So
yeah. Orcs Must Die 3 has been out for a year. Orcs Must Die 1 came out like 2011, something like that.
Yeah.
That may be way off. Don't at me.
I mean, the original, what was Fortnite gonna be? What is now the Save the World mode? That's was supposed to meant to be kind of a tower defense kind of deal with some different elements to it, but obviously that all.
I mean, to be honest, Fortnite Save the World had a great premise, and the alpha was a lot of fun. But Epic is scum, so Epic does what they do.
Okay.
By the way, in case I haven't said, so I don't have my medication right now. Like,
is that what's happening?
I won't have my meds for another 13 days.
So you're just gonna be in a sour mood.
So and I haven't had my medication for like a week and a half, something like that.
Uh-huh.
So if I am a problem, that might be why. I'm not saying like, I'm not on my meds, so
you're never a problem. You're never a problem.
Well, I'm not trying to say like, hey, disregard everything I say because it's my medicine not talking. No, I'm not trying to say that. I legitimately don't know if I'm any worse than I normally am. But if you ever have the thought, Steven is like 60% less pleasant than he normally is, that might be why.
Just like in training.
I'm just adding
some context there. Yeah.
There's some context there.
I appreciate the context. I wouldn't say you've been worse than normal or anything, but you have seemed like I said earlier, you seemed like you've been in a particularly sour mood recently, but that
I honestly feel that way. Like I really do.
I'm sure.
Like for the past like week, I have felt just nausea, constant nausea, headaches, and I've just felt disgusting, to where like I don't want to do anything. I've got no motivation. I've just had that vibe going,
Yeah. Kaylin wants to know if you took the blue pill or the red pill.
Neither. I don't have any meds. Give me a pink pill. I don't care. I'll take it.
He also wants to know who gets to play Spider-Man 2 and who's going to stream Wolverine. I assume you want Spider-Man.
You will not take Spider-Man from me.
Oh, well, that I'm not. Did I say that? I said I assume you want Spider-Man.
You can't do it. I know you're going to try. No. I know. Jake 2023, give him Spider-Man. I know he's got his campaign, or he's got the Kickstarter already launched.
Speaking of
you
Kickstarter,
will not take it from me.
Steven, you'll be very excited about this because you kickstart things. I paid for my first Kickstarter thing recently. There's this Witcher Ronin manga that's being produced. It looks really, really cool. And so I supported it on Kickstarter. I'm very excited. By the way,
I've tried sending to you like 3 different times. I think it was via Facebook because it was like a page that I got shared on Facebook because it was a Kickstarter thing.
Yeah.
It's like an RPG where you play as a cat.
That sounds amazing.
I've tried sending it to you so many times. It's on Switch. Like it's a new release. I've tried sending it to you.
Are you like a bipedal cat or are you a quadruped cat?
I think it's bipedal.
Interesting. Okay.
But like it's a fantasy RPG where you play as a cat. So you get like swords and magic and stuff, I think. I know very little, but I saw it and I was like, cat RPG. Okay, yeah, Jake's going to cream his pants over this. Sure. And I sent it to you on Facebook. And he never responded. So
one game we never talked about from the thing. I'm assuming I didn't get to watch as much live as you and Brody did, but at one point you guys were like, "Oh, Jake, I think you would like this game." I'm assuming it's the game where the girl turned into animals. Is that the one y'all were talking about?
It looked really cute.
It looked really cool. I was very excited for that one.
Yeah, even I was like, "Yeah, this seems really cute." Mm-hmm. I would totally play that if I didn't have to spend money on it.
That is the beautiful thing about Games Pass. Like I listed a bunch of games to you tonight, Steven, of like, oh, we could play this, we could play that. Like 90% of them were things that were on X Pass, just for sake of simplification of name. And man, it's just great having there's lots of things that like I'd love to try, but I would not play it long term. So
right. By the way, Kena comes out in 10 days, right?
This is going to be a great week. All right, my birthday is next week, and everything. I'm just going to get spoiled. Deathloop is coming, which I know, Steven. I know you're streaming it.
Don't you take that from me? Don't you start another Kickstarter campaign?
I'm not trying to take it from you. I would love if we can figure out a way to let me be your other assassin. I would love to do that. I think that would be a lot of fun. To just completely misuse that system and aid you somehow, but
you just be a bullet shield for me. Just run exactly where I'm. Oh crap!
Yeah, do something. I'm sure there's something I can do. But then Kena. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I was checking release dates
what a
today.
Time to be alive.
My god, there is so much stuff coming out between Tuesday and the end of October. It's a wild time.
It's freaking.
There's a lot of stuff.
Super stacking up. Vortex I understood that reference. You're talking about the Matrix reference, I assume. Kaylin is also saying Project Eve equals thick
Souls-like. Yeah, it really did. It looked cool, and I liked the music, but I had no idea what was going on.
I did not love I didn't really like anything about it, to be honest with you, other than the Japanese lady, but that's about it.
So he was there for the thick. Not for the souls.
I am never there for the souls. That you can just take that to the bank. I will not be there for souls.
Just give Jake a thick game, and
That's right. I can get behind thick. I can't get behind souls.
You can get behind the thickness. Yeah,
I can.
By the way, I saw today. I shared this with Jeremy. I just thought you might get a kick out of this. You remember 2 years ago when we did the staff at my church went on retreat and they did archery tag?
Yes.
And I nearly killed your father-in-law?
Yes, I distinctly remember this.
So that was 2 years ago today.
Nice.
And the video was showed to me on Facebook, and I sent it to Jeremy, and I said, you mess with top 13, you get a hurt spleen.
Oh my God, I love that is just like a thing that we come back to.
That's going to be a catchphrase for me now.
I mean, it has been for at least a while now at this point.
If anyone has a better punchline than hurt spleen, I would love to hear it. I thought about it for maybe 10 seconds, and that's as far as I got.
Mess with top 13, you get a hurt spleen.
I almost killed your dad anniversary.
This is the anniversary of the time I almost killed your dad. His father-in-law, but I understand. It all comes around.
See, I thought you were going to make the joke, Vortex, of like that Jake hired me as a hitman to take out his in-laws, but that is not in fact what happened. Tim's great.
Yes, my in-laws are great.
And besides, he dodged, and that's what knocked him over. I didn't hit him. It was his own choice. He chose that.
It was his own choice. He could have just gotten hit, but he chose
taken the L.
He could have taken the L. Sometimes you got to know when to take the L. Sometimes you got to know. God, that's funny. Yeah, there's just too much good stuff right now. Like I haven't really been able to play much Destiny. So like I'm not caught up at all with what's happening this season. I would like to.
Did you hear about that? I don't remember what it was called, but it got a teaser. It was some game. It was a game made by some Korean studio, but it had a CGI trailer or whatever with some gameplay, and it looked awesome. Project Magnum, maybe something like that.
I don't remember it.
It's apparently a looter shooter, and that's all I know about it, but it looks really cool. You should look it up. Okay. I'll see if I can find the trailer.
Yeah, if you see it, if you find it, send it over. Kalen said best E3 conference. Yeah, that definitely felt like the closest we would have gotten to an E3 conference from Sony.
Yeah, that felt the most like an E3 conference that we've had in a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, and like, we talk about, you said at the top of the stream, Steven, about how like, oh yeah, Xbox, they just, they got nothing right now. Like I am in the same camp that I've always been with Xbox, and it is that there are games that they have that are great for certain people, and none of them are what I'm looking for.
To me, I don't think they've got nothing going on right now. I think that Xbox has been doing great.
Yeah.
Just because Game Pass exists, and they've really shown that.
Well, see, like
there's a mindfulness in what they're doing.
I'm not going to be able to pull what they were out of my ass because none of them are for me, so I just am not really paying attention. But like I've seen tons of people be like, have the same sentiment we've just had of like, oh, Xbox should be worried, and then the person's like, what's Xbox got to worry about? And then it shows like the games that are like coming to Xbox that everyone's excited for. And like the only one that I look at that and say, oh yeah, I am excited for that is that Redfall game.
Yeah.
And then God, there was one other one. Frick, I can't remember what it was. See. But anyway, it's just like, yeah, I mean, they've got stuff, and if it's for you, great. But Sony just everything Sony's putting out, I want.
Starfield, was that the other one?
Yeah, that might have been it. And see, that's just a recent thing. That's just from.
Well, I mean, so is Redfall. We didn't know anything about Redfall.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is, I mean, for me personally, obviously, it's like people are like, oh yeah, Xbox, look at these games we have, and sure, I'll see the occasional one like Redfall, and I'm just like, oh, that'll be fun on PC.
Yeah. Well,
You know,
yeah,
like-
well, yeah. Obviously, yeah. We always go back to and I mean, obviously, we're reaping the benefits of it right now, right? Like, you don't have to have an Xbox per se to enjoy Xbox games,
Right.
but still, the
Yeah,
sentiment
I think-
of there's nothing that Microsoft is doing that I'm more interested in than everything Sony is doing.
I think the thing that's happening right now is that Xbox is kind of killing it when it comes to their PR and just the way they're responding to situations, and Sony is absolutely crapping the bed. They just don't like, especially when it comes to like next gen upgrades. That's been a huge point of contention for them, and I feel like that, alongside how the fact that people have felt like PS5 has been lackluster so far because there's been like nothing for it. That leading up to yesterday was kind of the problem, is that people were like, Xbox is killing it because we've got new games with Games Pass. You know, we've had all this stuff to do. They've been really generous with a lot of things. What's Sony done?
Yeah.
And then Sony was finally able to be like, this is what we're doing. This is why you got a PlayStation 5. And people are like, oh yeah, that's right.
Right.
And I don't know. I was going somewhere with that. No idea where it was.
I'll pivot you. Kaylin's asking about Tiny Tina's Wonderland. If any Borderlands thing was ever going to grab me, this would be the one. And
I'm pumped.
I don't know. I'm willing to give it a try, but I was disappointed in the gameplay that they showed, to be honest with you.
What did you expect it to look like?
It's not even a look. I liked the look. It was just it was a lot more guns than I wanted. And I understand that's the Borderlands formula. That's how that is. It's all about the guns. Vortex and Kaylin both are being here like, yeah, they had bows, lots of bows. There were bows, Jake, and I don't remember a single bow.
There are going to be bows. There are going to be swords. There's going to be all that.
Yeah, I'm sure. They emphasized guns, and that's all fine and good. But I was kind of hoping for if this was going to be a more mythical magic, and they obviously showed magic. I was just kind of hoping for that stuff. Sorry, I was readied up at one point. I don't guess it worked out.
So there's going to be a lot of that. It's the Borderlands humor to where they're going to be very hand wavy with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But this is a really good map.
And maybe I misunderstood, but didn't they say in all these interviews, and heck, maybe even at the show itself, didn't they say that, oh yeah, there's not really a connection to Borderlands per se? And then like in this freaking trailer, it was like, oh, here's Tiny Tina hosting a D&D game, which I understand that's the inspiration for where this has come from. But they made it sound like in the interviews that oh yeah, this has nothing connecting to that. It's not a thing. Don't worry about it.
By that, I assume they meant that this story has no effect on Borderlands, because there was the DLC that was Dragon Keep, where you played the game of D&D. Don't put traps up here. Put them down here, because I'm going to barricade this off, and this is going to be a long bottleneck down here, and I'm just going to laser grid this entire area. So at first they're going to come from up here, but we're just going to have to hold them. In fact, I'm not going to put down a barricade yet.
Okay, so you want me to put traps down this middle lane?
Yep.
Okay.
Correct. But yeah, I think that's probably what they meant by that. And I mean, Andy Samberg's in the game, so like, come on. And other people who I probably care about, but Andy Samberg's in it, and I don't know if he's ever like been in a game before.
That's funny. All right, I'm ready. Sorry, I didn't realize you were waiting on me.
But I'm excited for it because it's going to be different enough to where it sounds like you're going to make your own character. You're going to have different spells, because like instead of grenades, which were a big thing in Borderlands, you have spells.
Right.
And I'm sure they're going to be
freaking werewolf.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those. Our health is reduced by half, by the way, so don't die.
Great, love it.
But also we don't lose Rift on death yet.
That's good.
Big or small, I can take them all down.
is at the rift.
Oh man, I am not getting enough mana.
Same. Come on. Oh, shoot.
I got knocked out.
Okay. That sucked.
Man, well, we only lost 1 point, so that's not as bad as that could have been.
Yeah. All right. So now is where we're good because they're not coming from that door this time.
Right.
They're going to come from way down there. So just keep building your spike floor out.
Okay.
I'm going to focus pretty much only on ceiling traps. So if you have any wall traps like dart traps or whatever, go ahead and start plugging those in.
The only thing I have is that little fling door.
That's. Well, can it fling to the left? Because then you can knock him in the slime to kill him.
That's an interesting question. I guess I can always place it.
That looks like it's going to fling to the left. Yeah.
Let's try it. We'll try it out. We'll see how it runs.
Good.
If we don't like it, I can always sell it. That would be a horrible curse, by the way, as if we had to once you place a trap, it's there. Like that.
Oh, I'm sure that's one of the modifiers.
Oh yeah, I'm sure, but that would suck.
Yes, it would.
All right, you want to defend, hold the line as close as we can.
I'm gonna push out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're coming from this door, so we could hit them from a range really well.
Another front. Look out! Our defenses have been breached again.
Here, you hit him hard. I'm gonna slow him down for you.
Yep. I'll get anything that runs past you. Just hold the line.
Dang, I need more mana.
Do you have the bracelet that gives you mana regen?
Oh my god, my computer just froze. Like, freaked the hell out. Oh yeah, I just crashed.
Okay.
Send,
Still streaming?
Streaming is still good. Yeah, my computer did not crash. My game crashed.
Well, it ended the entire campaign for us.
Oh my god.
That sucks.
That's dumb. I don't know if they are seeing anything new. Did it go black for you guys? Oh yeah, we might just be down all the way. Yeah, because I'm trying to switch to you. There it goes. But you're frozen. Nope, we're seeing where the game crashed. Okay, but y'all can still hear us and stuff. Is that correct? There we go. Hey, look, I said hey to myself. It looks like our stream is still running. So that's positive. I'm getting... Are you still in the game, Steven? What's happening?
No, I'm at the main menu.
Getting some keyboard ASMR. Well, that's where I typed, probably. So that's probably what you're hearing. What did you say, Steven? I'm sorry.
I'm at the main menu.
Okay, great. I am as well. For whatever reason, your stream that I'm seeing is not, but that's okay. I'm pretty much... I don't really have the ability to switch as well as I'd like because of my freaking USB deck.
Well,
All right, we want to try that one more time, or do we just call it there?
I figure we do a war scenario instead.
That's a great idea. Let's do that.
Let's try the... Okay, Vortex, you're gonna pick. Okay, you're gonna pick which level we're doing. So if you can hear me, Order Temple, Dragon Boneyard, Mage Tower, Front Lawn,
Front lawn?
Lava Pits. Front Lawn is one of them.
Wow.
think. I hope I didn't make that up. Yeah, there it is. All right, Vortex, take your pick. And no, I will not read them again.
No, I will not read them again. Go ahead and send me another invite, Steven. Dragon Boneyard sounds like the smart decision. Vortex, I couldn't agree more. When Steven said that was my immediate. That's where my brain went. I was like, oh.
I assumed that you were going to pick Dragon Boneyard.
To Vortex or me as well?
Vortex.
Okay, great.
I thought you were going to go Front Lawn because it seemed like that was the only one that you actually heard me say.
That would have been. Look, I was making facial expressions. If I had a cam tonight, I would. I would have had some good reactions to those, because when you said Dragon Boneyard, I was like, okay, that could be good, and then I kind of had so reactions to the rest, and then Front Lawn, I was just like, wait a minute, what? That's so lame compared to the rest. So
it froze when trying to make a session.
Oh, really?
Yep. So I am back in the game. And there we go. All good.
All right.
All right. Dragon Boneyard, because Vortex picked Dragon Boneyard.
Was it Shift Tab that you did that was so nice?
Yes.
Okay, great.
That was it Shift Tab that was so nice?
Shift Tab
was the name?
Was that
what was the name of that function? That was a nice function.
It was a nice function. It's a really nice function.
How's Shift Tab doing these days?
Shift Tab is working,
Good. That's good. Good for.
Despite
good for
all odds, it is working. Maybe those chicken bones are not human remains. What are you talking about, Vortex? Kaylin said, what age will you show your child Star Wars, and which ones?
Not 7 through 9. And that's the answer to both questions.
That answered both questions at once.
Actually, 7 through 9, not 7 through 9. That is the answer to both questions.
Wow.
Because I feel like 7 to 9 is a pretty good age to do Star Wars. But 7 to 9 are also the worst movies that have ever been made. Ever. Tommy Wiseau even is like, wow, The Last Jedi, bit bad.
Bit bad. What did you say? 7 to 9? I think that's a reasonable age. They may now see. We're talking about movies here. There's obviously lots of great, probably younger age appropriate. Well, I don't know. 7 is pretty. Like, I feel like
by the time Knights of the Old Republic remake comes out, I might have an infant, and that infant is going to be like in one of those front baby pouches. And it's going to be facing the TV so that we can experience it together. So -1 is the answer to me. I guess 0. Age 0 is how old my child's going to be when they experience Star Wars. And it's going to be Knights of the Old Republic.
I was about to say, this is news to me, Steven.
I'm just assuming that the game's not going to come out for a while.
I understand.
Oh, did I not tell you that I'm not going to make that joke.
I was about to say, watch what you say here, buddy, because you joke and then it happens.
That was your the voice you were headed into was the voice where you were revving up during my Fall Guys win, where you were like, Steven, press R2! Very similar vibe.
It was. It was.
All right. This was a good pick.
That was such an exciting
It was.
moment.
This was a very good pick. Here's why. They only can get in from one spot. Wait, no. Right now, they can only get in through one spot.
So they're coming from that big rift back there?
Yeah. Straight ahead. So they will open up other doors eventually.
Yeah, where are we? Like, we're defending this door right here, right?
Where are you? Drop down off the wall. So first way they can get through is here.
Yes. Okay.
Once they break through the door, then they can try to get to The rift.
Oh, see, here's a rift right here.
That's a portal. That takes you straight to the
Oh,
rift.
here's the rift.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
So we just want to defend this door is really what it boils down
For
to.
now, yes. There will be other things.
There are never other things.
So for now, what war scenario things do you have?
I put down that catapult by your archers.
Okay, remember you have to man the catapult.
Yes, I was planning on manning it.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to put down a priestess. I'm going to put her here. That way I don't get away your traps.
The real question I have is how do I get back up?
You literally just walk through the door. Oh, wait. Oh, back up, I see. Where I am, there's a blue door that teleports you straight up to the wall. Nope, go back. Straight ahead.
Ew.
Yep.
Great. Yeah, I'm gonna hang here. Run my thing. Do you want me to put another? Never mind. I don't have enough.
After this wave, you let me worry about archers and the forward defenses, and we'll need to start spike trapping inside.
Okay. I see there's two entrances now that they're coming through.
Yeah, but they're all headed in the same spot.
Right.
Dang, this priestess just said death to the foul. She just called these orcs foul.
Death to the foul. Wonderful. Fabulous. And we got werewolves. I'm basically just dropping catapults right at that door.
Yeah. I'm dead.
I have
You're
not.
going to need to get off the catapult and go to the door. Just because they're stacking up so much, we need to clear them. I'm going to start putting some defenses in here. The door's got maybe a third health left. How many points you got? Like currency?
4,000.
Okay. Go inside the door and start dropping stuff to prepare for when they break through.
I really butchered my placement because I was in a rush, but
It's fine. We can fix it later if we need to. Jeez, guy. Ogre just came up and wrecked me.
all right. I spent what I had. Oh, door just
Door's
broke.
down. Okay.
I ran through the
fine.
door and it shattered. So I'm not saying it's my fault, but it was my fault.
But it's probably, yeah, here.
Okay, let me back up. I'm gonna sell everything I just placed because it just was not working.
I'm placing my archers elsewhere now so that they can have a little bit better of a vantage point. Thank you, Kalen. My locks are quite luscious. I accidentally just sold your catapult.
That's okay. Honestly, it's probably for the best.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to get this place as trapped as we can. Some archers in the back underneath my crossbows may help.
So I'm going to place this like launching trap.
Yeah, make sure you aim it towards the lava over there. Because if it's the really big one,
yeah,
I think it's directional. Perfect.
Great call. I'm actually going to do that.
Nice.
All the way down that pipe there.
Okay.
Let me see if I can place. Nope, I can't. What about over here? Okay, no, apparently not. Well, that's interesting. See, I don't think that's going to do much right there. Huh.
What?
Just this, I don't even know what you call it. Wall spike thing.
The spike, like the dart wall?
No, the thing that flings off the wall. That is a wall of spikes.
I'm not familiar.
I had it in the last one. You were like, oh yeah, make sure it's flinging them towards whatever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not going to help us in here.
Yeah. It doesn't really fit anyway, so. All right, I'm ready.
I did not know that were you readied up, or does it just go when I say go?
I don't recall saying ready up, but I'm glad I was ready. So I'm up here with your archers. I like that they have a portal over here that we can just jump in with your archers. At some point, one of my weapons got switched out for a blunderbuss, and I'm really kind of frustrated about it.
Oh, that's her starter weapon is probably why. The blunderbuss is actually pretty good, though.
Yeah, but I didn't equip it. I don't know why it switched automatically.
It's just because you switched characters. Did you have the bow equipped before?
No, I had a completely different thing.
Interesting.
Well, these little hopper things are a bunch of BS.
No, they just have a reset time. They're sending people.
Are they? Okay. No.
Yeah. It's just they have a reset time.
All right, well, that's
just
good.
Then they launch people.
Oh, we're not getting game audio, though. I just realized that.
Total Vortex question, but are there any other guns in this? Not really. I don't think so.
That is a very Vortex question.
Yes.
Yeah, we're getting Steven's audio. I don't know why when we get to the next.
I don't know why you're getting my audio. I'm not even sharing.
No.
I had to restart the game.
No, I'm sorry. I'm getting your Discord audio. For a second, I was like, crap, did like something fry? But it didn't. All right, let me see if I can figure that out real quick for you guys, because I'm sure that's not as much fun as it could be. Well, okay, now we're getting game audio. Weird. Maybe I clicked out, but it was letting me continue playing. I have no idea.
That's strange. Okay. Oof. All right, I'm going to take one of my archers that I just placed, and I'm going to do this.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so now they're coming from two different spots. Remember when I said that it could be nice to have archers where my ballista are? That's why, because they're about to come through that door.
Right here.
Yep.
So do you want me to place some archers somewhere?
How much do you have?
I've got 4,000. I can drop at least one row of archers, or I could do individual archers.
I would say a couple archers here, probably.
So like do individuals?
Yeah, you can't do the group inside.
Oh, that's a shame. All right, so just create a wall against this rift.
Pretty much.
Ah, thank God.
It's fine. It won't affect their performance.
It will affect my OCD though. All right, that's all I got.
Okay. You want to hold the outside or that door?
I'm up for whatever.
Okay, you're gonna hold the door.
I figured that was coming.
You didn't clarify, so ready?
You know, I mean, hey, you gave me the choice. I am ready. And for the record, I keep getting my Y and X mixed up, so that's why I was ready the first time. That wasn't it's all on you kind of thing.
Okay, good.
So was I correct in hearing you say they're coming from this other door too?
The yellow door, yes. You'll see them start to spawn once they're coming.
Okay.
They're coming.
Yeah.
Attacking on another front.
Remember, you can walk through the door and...
Another door.
Oh, they breached?
Here they come.
Wait.
The door is...
Oh, I see. They breached the spawn door. So the door is still fine, but they just breached where they could spawn in, because there's always a door that breaks when they spawn, and that's the door you're
Right.
referring to. Yeah, hold the line outside the door for as long as you can. As soon as I clear this stuff, I'll come help. On my way.
Yeah, we've got quite a collection over here. A menagerie, if you will.
Don't worry, if it's a menagerie, I'm sure it'll get removed soon.
Too soon. Gone too soon. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. I just have not had any time to get into Destiny because I've been trying to do stuff in Ghosts, but I think I've hit the point in Ghosts now where I'm like, okay, I'm good, I'm caught up. But then, of course, this week all sorts of stuff's going to start happening. So,
Yeah, I'm very ready for Deathloop to take me away from Ghost.
yeah,
I need to be removed from that game right now.
yeah. I hate that it's soured so much for you.
It's just, I enjoy it.
Right. Just wish they would do your class right.
Yeah, the metagame portion of it is just incredibly frustrating.
Yeah. We don't have to beat a dead horse on it. But yeah, it is unfortunate. Yeah, and see, like this week's my birthday week, right? And all this great stuff's happening, but I am going to be working that weekend.
Yeah, what day are you celebrating your birthday?
I really don't even know because like usually we part of my day job, kind of our celebration routine there is that we usually take whoever's birthday it is out to lunch on their birthday. Well, we've got like major shoots. Not all of next week, but like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we're going to have pretty big shoots that are going to take away a lot of our time. And so it was kind of like, well, we could celebrate Chick's lunch on Thursday. No, we can't do Thursday. How about, no, we can't do it on the actual day, Friday. What about Wednesday? No, I guess we got to do it Monday. Well, Monday we got to do. So it was just kind of like, who knows when we're going to celebrate it. And then I'm actually shooting a wedding in Memphis on the 18th. and I'm actually doing a photo shoot on my actual birthday for somebody else. So that's, I'm going to be busy that day. I'm sort of in the mood of I would just as soon skip this birthday as anything. But I don't know.
Let's do this thing.
I'm not very good with birthdays.
You're allowed to have time for yourself, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, I know. And I'd love to take it. I just don't have the time right now.
By the way, they're going to spawn next to the rift.
They're spawning next to the rift? That other door? The other yellow?
I put a barricade down, but I need you to start trapping it up because I've got no points. The good news is they're not coming from that right door. They're just coming from the left door and the front lawn.
Okay, so I can hang back here at this door and probably be fine.
Yeah, and I'll hold the front line.
Okay. I will babysit this door.
All right, you ready?
Give me a couple clicks, cause gotta chill, Jake. I would like to chill. See, that's the other thing too with having a kid. There's not really a lot of chill time. What little time I get to chill with him, I love. But there's just a lot. It's always a lot happening. My life's always been like that though, and I make it that way, and I like it that way. But when multiple things pile up on a
But that's what I'm saying though, is like what you can control.
Exactly where I
right,
Just
I should
don't overload yourself.
Yeah. Hang on.
I have the opposite problem.
I don't like how I have this laid out.
I like being busy, but my nature is to not be busy.
Right.
And when I don't have my medication to help me with that, it's really hard to get me to move off the couch.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I am now.
Yeah.
Which is probably why I feel like a large sack of crap this week.
All right. I've expended all my wealth, but this place is pretty adequately zoned.
I'm gonna come check your word.
Are they coming from me first or from you first?
I don't think we can tell.
Okay.
You just put 9 traps down. No, sorry, 12 traps down.
Did you look at the door?
No.
Did you go all the way down the stairs?
I see. I just look, this is adequately zoned, as if you like built something special. I just walk in, it's like this is just a rectangle of traps.
I mean, I didn't say it's the Taj Mahal or anything, but damn, I put every trap I could possibly put down on this piece down.
That looks fine. It'll be good.
All right.
right there.
Call me if you need help.
No, you're good.
Call me from me first.
All right, they're coming. Yeah, they are coming from me first. So.
Another door is being attacked. They've breached another door.
Oh, these are purple guys.
The voice of Cygnus sounds like the voice of the fart from Rick and Morty. That episode with the fart, you know? One that sings about moon men or whatever.
Right. Got knocked out there. Who are these purple goblin things? I've never seen them before.
They might be arcane infused or something, so they may take no damage from arcane. Something like that. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's why damage type is actually important, because
Right.
some enemies are immune to certain damages.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Whoa, check out these guys.
What?
They're like big purple. They're called fire fiends.
Oh, fire fiends are the worst.
They look like hell demons or something.
That's kind of redundant. That's like saying earth person.
Okay, touche, but still. Yeah, you're right. Her shotgun is pretty good.
I like it. You can upgrade to where the reload's a lot faster too.
barricade is under attack.
They're attacking the barricade. They got past you.
Yeah. I'm right here at the barricade with them.
At the rift.
They destroyed it. I'm coming. Just hold them there.
Yeah, it's really just like 3 or 4 people. There's not a, never mind, there is a horde coming, so just ignore me. Alright, I got it from here.
When you can, place archers behind the barricade. That'll help you.
Great suggestion.
There's the spot. Just like in training.
Alright, I think I'm clear for a bit.
Yep. Just keep an eye on that section.
Yep.
As in, like, keep an eye on the map in case they start spawning again.
Right. Yeah, these archers are holding these little speedrunner dudes very well. My little launch pad thing's still helping, you think?
I think 3 may be excessive.
I might. I'll delete all, but like maybe the front 2.
Yeah. It's nice because it knocks over the big guys.
Yeah.
And it literally kills the small guys.
Anybody
Right.
notice how something purple always pops up in games you guys play? You know, purple's a great color.
It's one of God's colors, you could say.
I mean, you know, one could say that.
It's no blue, but, you know.
It's the next best thing. It's purple.
Can't wait to see this in action.
I would remove that.
Okay, all right, Steven, all right.
Just because they don't come from that side as much. And they're going to collide with this one anyway.
What are your barricades doing right here?
They are preventing them from coming through that gate right there and immediately taking a left and going to the throne room. They're making them take the long way.
You know what? Never mind. I'm gonna worry about my zone down here.
That area.
If I can get back to where I was.
The barricades below the stairs, I can do that. Also, Vortex, explain the purple thing. I'll show your work. Also, everyone, go look up Space Rider with No Name by Star-Lord, the band. It's amazing. It's a great song. They posted the first single today, even though they posted it yesterday, and I was one of the first 15 subscribers to the band.
I love that is like a thing you will lord forever.
Absolutely. There was an ARG for the Bureau X Comedy Classified, and I was the one that solved it, but no one cared. I have my few flexes in life. I was top 13. I nearly killed Jake's father-in-law. But, you know.
I like how that's a flex.
It's a fact. I don't know if it's a flex, but, you know.
No better place
Ready?
than
Just the last wave.
Oh, is it? Okay. All right. Then this is probably excessive, but I'm going to do it anyway. All right, I'm ready.
ready to go.
Do we know where they're coming from? I always hear Jake mention that something is purple. I mean, I like the color purple. It's one of my father's favorite colors, purple.
Interesting.
So I notice purple things. Yeah, we always joke with my dad. We make jokes at his expense that because like anytime we want to name something, he'll be like, "Oh, well, we should name it Purple this." It's like, why purple? What do you want to do? Like, and nothing he does is purple. Like, he owns an erosion control company. Basically, they sell materials that prevent erosion. None of those logos are purple. Like, I just don't know where we don't know where the purple's coming from. But he's a big purple fan, so I tend to notice purple things. I have left the front, by the way. I am now on back duty.
I figured.
Oh, big red lava guys. Oh, nope. Fire elementals. Yikes.
Brody says, "Look at the picture I just sent y'all. I will what I'm not."
It is a Bob's Burgers movie.
They finally coming out with that? I knew they were working on it.
That should be very good. Bob's Burgers is one of those that I love. I just keep forgetting about.
See, I don't know if a Bob's Burgers movie would do well. Like, just because that doesn't fit their humor, I guess. Like, they've done like multi-part episodes that really work.
Right.
But with Bob's Burgers, it's like, with a movie, you have to have like a long-term plot that is resolved within an hour and a half. But with Bob's Burgers, it just feels like, let's take a step in the Belcher's life for 30 minutes this week, and it's a delight the whole time. But I don't know if they can do that for an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's going to be a harder sell for sure.
I'm gonna watch it, but I'm just intrigued to see if they can pull it off.
They're attacking a barricade.
By the way, I'm doing your job.
They're breaking.
What are you doing?
The right side.
Oh, well, I'm down here in crisis
Fine.
mode.
Yep. There are literally 2 red dots down there.
Well, now.
Look out! They've broken through and breached again. Here they come.
Vortex, are you saying why to the Bob's Burgers?
Do you not like Bob's Burgers, Vortex? It's great. It's a good show.
It's a great show.
It's a weird. It's a very weird, wholesome style that you don't get from adult animation, but you totally get it from Bob's Burgers.
I love that show. I have thought for the longest time that Brody is Bob.
Yeah.
Like, I just get Bob has such big Brody energy.
Alexand has a little bit of Linda.
Just a little bit.
Just a little.
You can't because you can't. Another win.
Boom. I think that's going to be a good place to call it, Steven.
All right.
I don't want to push my Asher too hard since we started a little later. I don't want him to wake up in the middle of something a little bit more intense like that. So anyway, yeah, okay. Well, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Steven, thanks for jumping in and playing. I'm glad we got to play some more Orcs. This is a really fun game. I like it. I want to finish the campaign at some point. But anyway, we're going to do another stream tomorrow night. Unless you're available, I don't know that we're going to do the raid in Ghost of Tsushima, but if we can, we'd like to. So Kaylin, let us know if you're available tomorrow night. But we will probably be streaming something. We've talked about doing Human Fall Flat for a while. I came up with a long list of games that we could have streamed tonight, and this is where we landed. So we'll see what Jeremy's feeling up to. Jeremy is feeling a little bit better, by the way. He was ready to go tonight, but then we lost Kaylin, and so we were like, well, let's not run a 3-man thing. Let's wait till we have 4.
To be fair, we didn't lose Kaylin. We just failed to get Kaylin. Kaylin didn't bail on us. We just failed to get him.
Okay, yeah.
He didn't make a commitment.
I understand.
I don't want to slander Kaylin because he was not committed to it.
He was not adequately informed.
Yes,
I understand. That's our bad. But anyway, yeah, Kaylin, if you're available tomorrow, we might can try and knock that out. But anyway, all right, that's gonna be it for tonight. We will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Bye.
Now let's see if my computer crashes before I can hit stop stream.